All right. How about we pull a few cards and see what message comes out? Sounds good? Sounds good. Okay. See what messages we get today. When I first started, like, the cards I was seeing was innocence, pure of heart. And when I was seeing, like, greed and envy, brave, marriage, sacred reunion, mature woman. Okay. So you got brave taking on, like, the shadow monster. So, like, someone braving the darkness, and like a sacred union. And say I'm taking this two ways because it could be, of course, marriage because I saw pure love and that, but it's tying in when I saw shadow. It's almost like coming into union with the darkness and the light, coming into union with your shadow. A sacred union, becoming whole, and like mature woman. Now it could be like an older woman, um, and I'm taking that more as like not older or an elder, more like mature. Like when you're stepping into like being complete, being whole. It's at the bottom of the deck. Rise again like the phoenix. Yeah, okay, I don't need to pull anymore. It's like that's what it is. You're stepping into your own. You're owning who you are. And it's like very like it's like grown. Like grown people do this. Grown people who are whole, they are complete. They, know they're not love and light all the time and they prefer to stay there. But like there is like that shadow aspect. And you may acknowledge your shadow, you can listen to your shadow, but it doesn't mean you let your shadow out. But you're not saying that doesn't exist and there aren't, darkness in you. Like, sure. Um, but the light can always conquer the darkness. And it takes bravery, it takes courage to go in and confront your shadow, because that means you have to confront things that that may have been embarrassing to you, that may have not been your proudest moments. It could have been mistakes you made. And loving yourself through all of those rough edges, saying like, yeah, even though I made that mistake, I still love me. Princess of Cups. And that's like someone that, it's that youthful young energy. It's like having a lot of curiosity, a lot of optimism, a lot of creativity. So it could have been something where you might have had some type of block and you weren't able to create the things, the art, the music, the writing, or just at work in general. You might not have been able to produce what you're used to producing, and that block could have been because you were denying a part of you. And so coming back into union with your shadow, like I said, it makes you whole. And so when you're whole, you're like, yeah, okay. The block is gone. Like you can rise again like the phoenix from the ashes and be like, all right, well, I took a hiatus, I took a break, but that doesn't mean that I was going to be like that forever. The moon is like I said, coming into union with your shadow, things that you may like subconsciously you kept hidden in the dark. You did it, but like sometimes like there are moments in your head you might not want to reflect on, or like old stories that people tell you don't want to really like listen to, or it might be something you don't want to watch because it reflects a time in your life that you weren't like the most happiest or the most proud of. And it's just like, yeah, you're just owning it now. You're like, yeah, I did that, and what? It's like you went into hermit mode for a little bit, and like I said, rising from the ashes, you went inwards. You were brave. You were brave to go inwards and confront your shadow. And now you're ready to move on. Like I said, you've accepted the things that you need to, and you have shown love to the things that you can't change. Like you just have love for yourself. My card was calling to me. Oh, the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is showing up a lot in my readings, lady. Like, she is stalking me. All right, y'all. But the Queen of Pentacles is someone, I love to see her energy because, like I said, it's someone that is very secure and stable in themselves. And it's just like I said, you are whole, you are complete. And said, typically the Queen of Pentacles is seen alone, but she doesn't, not alone like because she hates people, doesn't want to be around people. A lot of times it's just because like she knows what she's able to do. Okay, hold on. I gotta do something. I'm back. All right, so Queen of Pentacles. So she's not always she's seen alone, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't have friends. That doesn't mean that she's social. It means she actually loves giving love. She loves helping people. She loves nourishing them. She loves building their confidence. She loves just like really nurturing people. And that's also almost like what you're stepping into, but you're also stepping it in. Like, not only does she nourish people, she nourishes herself. She takes very good care of herself. So it's like, said, if it's getting your hair done, getting your nails done, just really showing your self-love, speaking to you kindly. It's not anything where you have to spend money. And it's not just women, like guys. I say you want to get that beard done, you want to get that fresh line up, you want to retress the dreads. Y'all, everyone can. I saw this wonderful guy the other day. He had this beautiful, like, manicured nails. And I told him, I said, your nails are just wonderful. And he's like, he heard that when he was young, like in middle school. I was like, well, yeah, you still very much true today. So it's like, I appreciate that. And, you can tell people who spend time on themselves, who take care of themselves, from their nails to their hair to, how they dress. And, you don't always have to have on designer clothes. It's just more so like, say, you look like your clothes are clean. You look like you take care of your clothes, stuff like that. And it's like, it's what you're stepping into. Judgment. Okay. It's like, yeah, you don't call it judgment. You don't call judgment on yourself. You don't call judgment on old narratives. You don't call judgment on your past. You don't call judgment on the people you used to hang around, that job, anything that wasn't working in your life. You're like, okay, yeah, that's gotta go. That's not for me. And that's fine. That's cool. Like, that's a part of growing up. That's a part of maturing, becoming a mature woman. You realize that not everyone can go with you. You realize you can't stay stuck in certain places, trying to take people with you, trying to make things work that weren't meant to work. You realize that in order to move forward, you have to embrace the things that are working, the things that are in alignment with your vibration, that are in line with your frequency, and move forward. And you're changing, you're constantly changing, evolving, growing. That's what we do as people. We change, we grow, we evolve. And those that can't go with you, it is unfortunate, but you stand to gain so many things. What do look at all the new friends that you can meet. Look at all the wonderful people that are dying for your nourishment. They're dying to know your opinion. They're dying to know your thoughts. Like, you have so much love to give. You have so many people that want to meet you, that want to work with you. And it's like, say, don't get caught up in the past. There's so many people, like, things that you would consider your shadow, that people may love about you. I was reading something from Baba where it was just kind of like, there's falling into old habits. And she was just kind of like, we love to be like the villain and the hero, because then you get to come in and be the hero to the villain. Like, it's stuff that we do where, we have to learn to love every aspect about ourselves. We have to learn to heal every aspect about ourselves. And I'm just saying, with you coming into that, like, sacred union, like, with you being like, you coming with that innocence, tamed in with, like I said, the shadow aspect. That can be envy, that can be jealousy, that can be guilt, that can be shame. And, shedding your light on it, telling yourself that it's okay. Like, good for you. And then, like, Four Swords, like, reverse. It's like you're ready to come out of that hermit role. You're ready to stop persecuting yourself. You're ready to put these swords down and really just, pray, shed love on, like, everything you had to do in the past, everything you had to be, because it got you to the point you are today. I was watching Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and the season finale was epic. It was awesome. I mean, I loved the whole season. It was truly a great season, and that's kind of how, like, a lot of the reality shows to go, where it wasn't so, like, worried about bringing someone down and blogs and things like that. And there's something where Heather was like, I am happy not to be the person I used to be. Yeah, I've changed, and I'm sorry if me putting up boundaries and, speaking my mind more, it comes off like I mean, or that I've changed with success. I love who I am. I'm happy to be who I am, and I'm not going back. Before, that wasn't me. So you love the version of me that wasn't truly me. It was a mask. And so, I mean, I think that sometimes we have to realize there will be people that don't love when we grow and change. They don't like our glow up. They don't like, they used to be with us. Okay. Not to say no one's trying to act like they didn't. They didn't used to like, when you hung out with people that were on a lower vibration, that you weren't vibing right along with them in that low vibration, you were. But you decided to change, grow, and evolve. And you're not saying what they do is bad, but if you're triggered by my growth, if you're triggered by my success, you're triggered by my evolution, then that really, speaks to you. And like I said, pay attention to like people's projections, people who don't, who want to five of swords you. Like, be aware of that and understand, like, don't take it personal. It's nothing personal. These people are just really upset because they can't, they're struggling to do the work that they've seen you done. It's like, don't be holding on to this, okay? It ain't necessary. These people like want to bring a tower. They're fighting their healing. That's what it is. They're fighting. You went through your tower. You did the work. You had, like I said, you were brave. We had brave at the beginning. You were brave. You went in there and faced the darkness. You went in there and faced everything that wasn't right. Everything that was no longer vibing with your, vibration. These people are struggling. Like I said, they're fighting the tower. You didn't fight that. You went with the flow and did that. Queen of Swords, like stepping into that energy. You had the clarity. You knew you had truth. Like Queen of Swords is always holding that sword of truth. And you realized you had to go in there and be brave and be accountable and be truthful and live your truth. There's nothing wrong with that. Be proud of yourself. You are maturing. You are growing. You are stepping into that boss energy, that queen energy, that king energy, and you are maturing and you are rising from the ashes to show you this is who I am, and you're shining bright, and keep doing it.